What's up, party people? It's your boy, Voltron Supreme, coming at you again with another video. This time we're going to talk about AMP, and it's a video request that I got to find out if there's a relationship between AMP, Flexa Network, and Amazon. Back in July of 2021, there were rumors that Amazon was going to work with Flexa Network and, somehow form a partnership. And then it came out that that was just rumors. But it seems as though people are starting to talk about it again and ask, hey, is it going to happen in the first quarter of 2022? So what I'm going to tell you is what I found and what I think. So, I could be wrong, but I'm going to tell you my view. And the quick answers, I don't think there's going to be a relationship between Flexa Network AMP and Amazon. And here's why. So I decided to do things a little differently. Since many people were looking at Flexa Network and Amazon, I decided to take a different approach. I decided to say, hey, let's dive deep into NCR. And you can go, this company has been around so long that this video would be 3 or 5 hours long if you wanted to post every finding that one finds on NCR. So I decided just to touch on a couple of things and then let you guys decide whether you agree with me that there is no relationship, or if something else comes out, then make a video and let us guys know. I asked unusual due diligence as well to look into it. So, I decided to look at NCR, and one of the things that I found is that there seems to be parallels with NCR and Amazon. Parallels. And to me, usually partnerships are perpendicular. Perpendicular, that means they're doing different things, but they have something in common. When they're parallel, they're doing similar things, but they're not in common. And why do I say that? So one thing I noticed is Amazon Go. So for those of you who don't know, Amazon Go is the store you go in, grab your stuff, and leave. No cashiers. Because they got some sort of monitoring system that knows who you are, knows what you grabbed, and then you're going to get charged for it. NCR has something similar. NCR has been working with some company in Russia that can do facial recognitions, and they're trying to do the same thing with supermarkets. Because Amazon Go is the same idea, different approach, because Amazon Go is kind of built from the ground up, but NCR is taking a different approach because it's expensive to tear down all these supermarkets, all these retail stores. Why don't we find a way to retrofit this technology into the stores that are already existing? So they're trying to do that with supermarkets where you can go buy your stuff and leave, similar to Amazon Go. Same idea, different approach. So that was the first thing that I noticed that's starting to tell me, hey, these guys appear to be more competitors than they do partners. Then the second thing I noticed was I decided to look at some of the investments Amazon has made. And one of them is in Brazil. So I decided to take a virtual tour to Sao Paulo. And I can speak Portuguese. So I decided to look at a company in Brazil. And then I decided to see what they do. Amazon acquired a company in Brazil. And this company does stuff very similar to the Flexa network. So they both, accept payments. They both accept global payments, and they both accept multiple different currencies. So 2 different companies doing the same thing. It looks parallel to me. They don't look like they're going perpendicular. So that has me thinking, hey, wait a minute. I think they're both trying to be the first one at doing something, but they're not doing it together. If we look at NCR is like a POS, point of sale type of company. And Amazon decided to acquire a company in India that kind of does the same thing. Ultra POS. And by ultra, that means that they can do points of sales even when they're offline. So knowing that NCR is a type of point of sale company, and Amazon decided to, hey, why don't we just get our own company, acquire a company that does that for ourselves, also has me again believing that they're probably not working together. So again, another thing where they're parallel, same goals, but not working together. They're competitors. So that, the more I look into it, it doesn't seem like I can find connections. I find them going separate directions, trying to accomplish the same goal, but they want to be the leader of that accomplishment. So they're competing against one another. Pattern recognitions. So NCR has the ability, the technology to determine buying habits, which they use to help other people market certain goods. If they know you're into this, they can market other stuff for you. Amazon has AWS, which does the same thing. It sort of does analytics to determine patterns. So again, we have another parallel between the two things. There's no unity. They're not coming together. They're working in the same direction, but they aren't working together. So again, I could be wrong, and again, there could be other stuff that other people have discovered, but at least from what I've been able to find at the moment, it doesn't look like they're working together. But we'll see. I mean, like I said, I could be wrong. We'll know in 2022. Maybe some other person will find different research. Unusual due diligence is on the case as well. And if he finds anything, he'll let us know. So what does this mean for AMP? Are we still bullish? Hell yeah. And you want to know why? Because I've learned one thing about at least the global economy. And that's that, we really don't have monopolies. We have partial monopolies, and by that I mean we have a handful of companies that dominate certain sectors of the global economy, but we don't really have just one giant. What I'm saying is AMP will succeed without Amazon. Why? Because they're hooked up with NCR. NCR is a global company. In the global market, these handful of people compete against each other, but we still have a handful of companies. For example, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, AT&T, Verizon, etc., etc., etc. There's just a handful of companies that dominate certain industries, certain sectors of the economy, and it's going to be the same way. We're going to have Amazon trying to be the top dog, NCR is going to be the top dog, and there'll probably be a third top dog as well. But what do we know? We know NCR is already hooked up, NCR is already global, and NCR is everywhere. I mean, many places we don't even know we're dealing with NCR. Go to the gas station. That pump might be an NCR pump. Go to a bank. You might be using an NCR machine. So NCR is everywhere. We just don't realize it, They're global. They've been around for over 100 years. And when the world decides to go crypto, Flexa and NCR are intertwined. Anyway, guys, I hope you liked the video. Until later, peace out, and go check out Unusual Due Diligence video. It dropped already. Peace out.